In this Avowed video, I bring you this OP Stormdancer Mage build. I believe is one of the best builds in the game. It's one of the best possible builds you can get in this game. I've been working on it from the very start, progressing towards the end of the game, collecting bits as I progress along my way, and today guys I bring you the ultimate electric type sorcerer build. How's it going guys? My name's DPJ, and if you do enjoy the video, leaving a like really helps out, and if you like what you see and want to see more, be sure to subscribe. So this is a build for those electrical shock fans out there, and you like that one too, you like being a mage, a sorcerer. Now what we've got going on here is super overpowered to a point of me using underpowered weapons, testing this through my playthrough, but yet still not having any issues with taking down even the most difficult enemies put in front of me. It combines certain pieces of the gear which you can wear, which gives you the best in regards to essence, damage, shock accumulation, health and survivability. It's super fun watching the enemies trying as they're stuck in place, not being able to go anywhere. Now I built this for single target and groups of enemies, so yeah, it's best for both here. And as I said, I've taken survivability seriously, as it can get a little harsh later on in the game with how hard hitting enemies can be. Yes, in regards to survivability, I might have sacrificed a little bit of damage output in order to survive, but not enough to notice a massive difference, and when it comes to the difference between you staying alive or not, it's worth it in my opinion. So all gear pieces and what's needed for this, I'll bring you exactly how they're obtained at the end of the video with timestamps down below, obviously. But first things first guys, let's check out the abilities. So under the wizard tab here, we're using the spells of Jolting Touch, Crackling Bolt and Returning Storm. These are the main three we spec into. With our Grimoire having Blizzard on it at the same time, that's something you can think about maybe later if you have spare points, but it is a great spell which definitely gets used a lot in this build. So we obviously spec here into Grimoire Mastery twice at least for now, so we can level up the Returning Storm. We then use one Mastery 2 for that extra damage with those ones. We use Harvest Essence so we can obviously get Essence back while slaying. And then we use Heart of the Storm, which increases that shock accumulation. Perfect. Now moving on to the Fighter tab, we're also using here guys the amazing ability of Barbaric Shout, which when you level up at least twice, you get that temp health, which is amazing against those harder enemies. Now if you do have spare points after this, I'd probably go with leveling Blizzard or Secret of Rhyme due to Blizzard being used with this build. Blizzard, although like I said is only here due to the Grimoire, it's a very important part of this build as it freezes enemies in that same spot, which means you can just lay down that electric damage on them, which is just a great combo to be using. Now the godlike ability I use here is Scion of the Immortal Land, which grants health and extra damage, which is great too. Not a massive must, I mean there's plenty of godlike abilities here you can probably use, I just like this one. So gear here guys, and starting with the wand, we use obviously the Minoletta's Conduit, the perfect one for any shock mage build, giving us a plus 10% attack damage and plus 60 max range, and heat steal a plus 10% bonus shock damage. What's not to love here? Grimoire here guys, we're using the superb Grimoire with Storms, which comes with the abilities we spoke about in leveling up with Jolting Touch, Blizzard, we have Crackling Bolt and Returning Storm. Perfecto. Off weapon here guys, I use any old wand and a Grimoire with spells which I know I would need in regards to forging paths in the open world, like say for instances where I need to burn finds and so forth. So yeah, offhand weapon isn't a must here guys, you can use what you like. Okay, so armor here guys, we're using the Stormdancer's Scale for that chest piece, which gives us damage reduction, Sheltering Gale, which gives you a plus 5% chance to avoid that ranged damage, and Shockproofed, which gives us a plus 30% resistance to shock accumulation, which is great when we're in water and we're fighting. To be honest though, the chest piece isn't a must here, and you can probably find a better suited one. The premium edition armor isn't a bad choice. Yes, it is a heavy piece which results in less essence, but you recover essence with damage. There's also a few other pieces guys, but yeah, use what you want to use. I like this piece. Gloves, I'd use one of two, the Stormdancer's gloves, which gives us a faster cast speed and power attacks deal plus 5% shock damage, or the Hands of the Occult, which gives us a plus 1% critical hit chance but a plus 10% shock damage. Great. Boots, we use the Stormdancer's boots, a -10 incoming fire, frost and shock damage, but also gives us a plus 10% shock damage for 10 seconds after dodging, which is perfect for me because I dodge an absolute ton. Now the amulet we use here guys is the Pearleacwnt Helstone, which gives us a +3 in that intellect stat, why not? And the first ring we use here guys is the Disciples ring, which gives us a +60 essence. And then guys we use a Stormdancer's ring, which gives us a further +10% shock damage. Now in regards to my character stats, I won't lie, I often do change these around, but I mainly focus here guys on damage, intellect for that essence, as well as that health. And well guys, that's more or less it in regards to the build and what I have going on here. So on to how such items are obtained. Firstly, the Minoletta's Conduit wand. This is from a vendor with an emerald stare. Perfect.
All ingredients are fully stocked. Welcome back.
The superb grimoire of storms I got from a vendor within Thirdborn within Shatterscarp.
Who needs fabric? Oh.
Now the Stormdancer's scale chest, the Stormdancer's gloves, boots and ring come from a side quest which starts off right here within Thirdborn Shatterscarp. So to pick up this quest guys, come to this point. Within this quest guys, you need to go and find the heart of the Leviathan. Once you find this, now there are a few different paths you can end this quest on, which affects the rewards that you get here. Here guys, it's very important you follow the dialogue options I choose upon finishing this quest, especially if you want the Stormdancer's scale chest, the Stormdancer's gloves, the Stormdancer's boots, the ring and so forth. Okay, so upon you getting that heart of the Leviathan, you now guys need to go back and speak to Kepo, I believe his name. Kepo, who cares? Now what you want to do here guys is choose not to give him the heart, and then select killing yourself is not the answer.
On the one, on the up.
You can't. Damn you. Good luck.
From this point the dialogue with him will now end, and then guys you need to turn around and speak to Chico. Now here guys you must pick the options that I choose or you won't get all the gear here. The first one being he wanted to take his own life with him. Then guys, give him the heart.
Well, if you don't need anything else, I'll be on.
Thank you. I'm sorry, Maya.
Then select, about that. He's not just sick. Then select, he wanted to die before he turned. And then guys select, if I knew, you'd be the first one I'd tell. From this point guys, you should get the entire Stormdancer's gear set. Again, the chest piece, the gloves, the boots and the ring. Now guys, if you do prefer the hands occult gloves, which I think are probably slightly better, these are found real early game within Dawnshore, within Paradise. So follow this route I take on the screen now guys and go and grab these things. So the Disciples Ring is part of a quest line in Goldlike's Tusk, which is the last area. And here guys, you need to have Marius as a companion for this quest to trigger. So come to this point on the map guys, right up north, make sure Marius is a companion. As you come through this point, you'll get dialogue. Here guys, you just want to make sure you push on through and make sure Marius faces his fears. Now as you progress this area, the center point is like a fountain like feature with collectibles scattered around it. One of these is a long lost Amulet, which upon you picking it up triggers more dialogue. Again guys, here just make sure Marius doesn't run from his fears. You'll then right nearby guys find Ianku, who is an old friend to Marius. Upon talking to him, you need to agree to find Razvan, and Ianku will give you a key for the house right next door. Now within this house guys is a chest which you will need 5 lockpicks to open, but within this chest guys is this amazing ring. From this point you can carry on with the quest, it's completely up to you. Okay, so the amulet, being the Pearleacwnt Helstone, is obtained from a vendor, but you first need to unlock this vendor. And this comes from a quest line which starts off right here on the map, where you will find Warden Leray. I believe that's how you pronounce her name. Now upon you progressing this quest line, you need to look out for Gillian, don't know, who cares. But here guys, she is captured hostage by Greycore. And here guys, what I did, I just offered to help him. You can attack him, you can fight him, I don't know the outcome when this happens, but I just offered to help him. And upon me helping him guys, he lets her go. And then from this point guys, she now becomes a vendor who you'll find right here on the map. Now upon you coming to her, she sells this amulet. Okay, so lastly guys, you have the Scion of the Immortal Godlike ability. Now this is an ability you get for a certain choice in the main story questline, which takes place in Shadowscarp. Some may have passed this point, others may have not, but a choice you need to make at a certain point is you must accept Sapadal's offer in Nuclear Cabal during the shadows of the past main quest. Upon accepting the offer, you must also choose to destroy the ruins to get this ability. This is the only way to get it. Now it isn't massively important to this build like I said, but it does help. But if you miss this, it isn't really much of a problem. But there we have it guys, for the ultimate Stormdancer build. Guys, if you did enjoy the video, leaving a like really helps me out. If you like what you see and want to see more, be sure to subscribe, and hopefully guys, I will see you on that next one.